Here,
It
our cats
shouldn't be.
are playing hardcore.
Yeah, he's playing with the balls. I wanted
The
to
wooden
say it.
balls. Okay, not my balls, just to clarify.
I didn't say your balls.
No, I know, but people online are gonna be fucking weird. Anyways,
Okay.
how are you feeling tonight?
I'm kind of tired.
You're tired? I'm
And
tired too.
I kind of want to slice a key lime pie.
We ate so much food and you still want to eat.
What's wrong with that?
Are you serious right now?
Yeah. I want like a sliver.
Bruh.
What? It's like a refreshing dessert. It's like perfect. What are you doing with your mic?
The mic is not getting straight. I don't.
It's not getting straight.
There we go. Ah, that's better. I don't have
Oh,
pop
is it
filter.
now?
I don't have a pop filter, but fuck it, you know.
It's in the
I
way
actually
half
like
the time.
this. Huh?
The pop filter,
Yeah.
it's in the way half the time.
Yeah, but it gives you good sound, so I don't give a fuck.
That's true.
All the and
Yeah, I know.
like, see how that peaked right there?
I know. Yeah. But like, you exaggerated it.
No,
Yes.
trust me, you can hear those pows and anything. Oh, I like
Okay.
this setup, the upside down mic.
Upside down?
Yeah, because it's technically supposed to aim up,
Oh, okay.
but it's facing upside down right now. I like that.
But would it...
Are you okay?
What? I'm having a stroke.
You almost
I can't-
puked.
No, I can't speak.
That's right.
Anyways. But would it... Oh my god. Would it...
Take your time. It's okay.
Wouldn't the mic arm
Yes.
be in your way
Like right now?
of the screen?
Which screen?
Like
Like
if you're
that would-
playing, yeah.
That like my main monitor? Like if I
Yeah.
held it up like this?
Yeah.
Yes, it would. It would be in the way.
Okay.
But I'm like if I close my left eye, this tiny piece of metal is in the way. But if I close my right eye, I can perfectly see you. Can you perfectly see me?
No.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. No one can see
What?
us anyways. We could be totally naked right now. No one would care.
No, but I would not do that. That'd be weird. The cats. My cat.
What about the cats? Wait, we went from talking about being naked for a podcast and cats. Slow the fuck down, okay?
You're not letting me talk.
You fumbled yourself.
Okay, shut up. Let me finish my sentence.
Your mic is not even in your mouth right now.
Let me finish my fucking sentence.
Okay. What were you
So,
going to say?
My cat does her claws on my chair. So
True.
this is really not comfortable to sit on.
We could put a
without, like, a
blanket on
blanket.
top.
Yeah, but like...
It'd be nice for your butt, you know? Have you ever slept naked?
Yeah.
Like no shirts, no nothing.
shirt, no nothing.
fuck- like,
yeah,
fuck all.
Yeah.
Feels nice, does it? Yeah.
You have to have silk or satin
true.
sheets.
True.
Silk or satin sheets. That... Yeah.
Okay, you're going to hate me for this right now, but
What?
I'm going to do something real quick.
You're gonna go take a shit or fix my mic? Of course, you can be a fictionist. But like, I'm gonna move it.
It's fine.
No.
I just fixed the angle. It was the position. You did. Hey, listen. You
Hey,
did a good
listen.
job. You did a good job
but, like,
fixing
no.
it. Your angle. It's a way better angle. Trust
I
me.
feel like it's in my nose. And
No. Look how close it is to me right now. That's what you should have.
Yeah. Okay. But it's invading my personal space.
It's a microphone. No way, bro.
No, genuinely. It's my phone.
Oh, okay. Dude, that's a crazy one-liner, bro. I swear to God, bro, I gotta quote you for something.
What?
Yes, I can make a whole dictionary with Naomi quotes. It would be in my
vape?
personal space.
Where's my vape?
I have my vape here.
Give me. Ooh.
What are you doing?
This thing.
Ow, you rolled on my fucking toes. It's fine, it's payback.
I was gonna say that.
What are you doing?
I'm
I can tell that you're angry at me because you made a really mad face.
Oh my god, because I keep rolling over.
How am I
mic
the only one
stand.
who has not moved? And you've been trying to find a comfort spot for like so long.
What do I?
There we go.
Shut the fuck
You got it.
up. Is it this way?
No, is it getting tighter?
I don't want to do that again. Not again.
Here. There we go. And now take that's better.
Okay.
Now
Shut the fuck.
there. No way, did you hurt yourself with the mic? Hey, to be fair, these are sure SM58s, all right? I don't know if you know this, but you dropped the microphone you're holding right now, right? Like
Yeah,
10 minutes
can I-
ago?
I'm scared.
Yes, you can angle it. You dropped that microphone. You want to know something?
What?
The reason why these are one of the best microphones in the music industry. You know why?
Why?
Because they have average sound, good enough sound for perfect sound actually for live, like a live show. Okay sound to record, but the best durability ever. These, my love, are the Honda Civics of microphones. They're built like tanks. I'm not even shitting you. You could drop that shit from a fucking full, like 10-floor building and it will stay intact. I'm not even joking.
It pinched my skin.
Oh, that's
hurt.
sad. Is it? Does it really? Oh, well. Boo-hoo.
Oh, you fucking
What do you want me to
bitch.
do?
Um,
Say I love you and then I want to be with you forever and that I'm going to kiss you because you hurt your little micrometer of skin on your finger.
no, I was gonna ask for a slice of key lime pie.
Babe, we're recording a podcast.
I'm thinking about it.
Don't. Here, do you want me to take it off your mind?
What?
Do you want me to talk about this? What happened tonight?
Yes, please.
Do you want to give your point of
Yes.
view or my point of view?
I'll start with my point of view.
Okay, yeah, go on.
So we're in the car with your dad. On
No,
the way
but okay,
back home
wait, no. Okay,
from,
how about you explain the bar?
I just started the story.
No, but before
Can you-
that,
can
before
you-
go
can
before
you-
that.
Can you wait?
Okay, she's doing the Italian hand thing.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. My
It's
foot's
true.
in the
Stop
perfect-
putting your fucking foot on my penis.
I'm not. I'm putting my foot on your lap.
Well, I mean, you were
this
going
is
for
more
my dick.
comfortable.
Okay, now please tell the story.
Yeah, you don't let me talk.
Okay.
Anyways. What was I saying?
I love this podcast so much.
Okay, yeah, we were
Start with the barbecue.
So yeah, we were on our way back home. I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
The way you got out of the car.
What? Yeah, bro, I had okay. Listen,
The
sorry, my
image is
co-host is horrible at telling
no,
stories.
it's 'cause I just see the image in my head.
Oh,
of
you did not want
running.
to see the image. Trust me, okay.
And your dad's
We'll get into that later. But I
And-
want you to talk about.
Your dad was funny. He's like, oh, he's funny. As soon as you got out of the car, he goes, he's a funny one.
What the fuck? Okay, hold on.
Or something along
No,
the lines.
no. But
He
talk
said you were
about
funny.
first off. I'll talk about
Oh,
my
yeah, we had
experience.
a
But
Texas barbecue. What?
never mind. Go on.
Move the mic? Yeah,
Yes.
shut the fuck up.
Okay, go on.
Go. You
No.
were talking.
No. You were.
No,
Tell.
you
I'll
were.
tell. Here. Okay.
No, go. You have the stage.
We are 14 minutes in and nothing has been. Again.
Just talk about the story. Stop fucking.
Fine. Okay. Listen, I just wanted you to have a bit of a spotlight. I wanted to give you a chance.
Okay, thank you.
You don't want it?
No.
No?
No. Go.
Okay, that's fine then. Well, So my mom and my family, we were hosting a cookout because my grandma were in town, and we were like, okay, what do we want to make? So we decided to make a barbecue and a Texas style barbecue. And it was really good. Everyone was there. It was awesome. We ate, we made a lot of food.
Yummy though.
We
Your
did
mom
mac and
makes really good
cheese.
food.
We actually did mac and cheese. That was on us.
Yeah.
That was something we wanted to make, so we made that. Um, we made. My mom made pulled pork. She made
Ribs,
ribs,
sausages,
sausages, and two salads. And my grandma made cornbread and
So-
beans.
and some sriracha honey butter.
Oh yeah, the butter thing. Yeah, sriracha. And she
was
made the
nice.
dessert, which was like a pecan chocolate cake or
sheet
whatever.
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
was
like a
really
brownie
good.
almost.
It was like a brownie sheet cake with like a chocolate ganache with pecans on top. It was really good. So good.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of chocolate cake. So
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, I don't like chocolate cake. Stop.
Pissing me off.
But it's heavy, so it keeps on falling. So if I don't hold it, it's because if I don't hold it, it moves. Then what was the fucking point of the?
Now you're looking at Fred Durst. The technical difficulties counter at the end of this, well, whatever season, I don't know.
Oh, I can-
that's
you want
that's
me to
way
do it?
better. Good job. That's a way better position.
Yeah, because I put it higher,
There
so
we go.
now it doesn't fall.
Now, et voilà. Et voilà, as the French say.
Shut the fuck up.
Say that again louder.
Shut the fuck up.
There we go. Now people can hear you. All right. So we made a barbecue, and yeah, it was really nice. And I ate. I didn't eat. I'm not. I wasn't full. I'm proud of that. I ate food and I didn't feel full. I didn't feel like my stomach was hurting immediately after hurting. Now
You were
after-
satisfied.
Oh yeah, I was satisfied. Now after this was when shit was going down, and I mean that by like a literal sense. At the moment where my mom and dad came back home because they went for a walk, as they always do. They always go for a walk after they eat. Like, I don't know, it's a thing they do. But when they came back, my stomach immediately started to tell me like, "Hey man, you're gonna have to go to a toilet very soon." And my dumbass thought, it's okay. I'll just fart it out. Worst case scenario, because I ate beans and that's what beans do. Well, I was very wrong. Because for the record, what happened after wasn't actually this dramatic. I didn't actually shit my pants, but I was very close to shit my pants. All right. We were on the way back home, me, you, and my dad, because my dad gave us a lift, and we went back home, and in that car, we had an amazing conversation about astronomy and taking pictures of stars, which I actually think is cool. But he was talking very passionately about this.
Oh my God, yeah.
In my head, I was just trying to not shit my pants. And, bro, do you remember I took off my beanie and bandana? I was like, yeah, awesome story, Dad. Like, but in my head, I'm like, fuck, I need to take a shit. And he was going really slow. And it was the only time where I was about to tell my dad, like, Dad, can you please speed, please? Because I'm really, like, I'm itching to take a shit. Okay? And I tried my best to, like, pass it off, like, hey, I'll keep my cool. I want to be cool around my dad. I did really good, right? But low-key at the end, I snapped. I was just like, I was like, Dad, I'm sorry. Like, we were right home, and I was like, Dad, I'm so sorry. I have to go to the bathroom, like, right the fuck now. And he was like, okay. So he pulled over on the side, and I ran. I ran
down
to the bathroom.
block.
No, and when I got here, oh my God, that toilet got fucking abominated, bro. It was that's the wrong term. It was abolished.
Abolished.
Yes. Terminated. I had the biggest diarrhea ever. It fucking blew my mind, and I don't know what caused that. Because usually when I eat ribs and barbecue, I'm fine. I think it was the mac and cheese. I might be lactose because this is not
It's
the
just a
first
lot
time
of
it
cheese.
happened.
It was a milk and cheese.
Yeah, milk and cheese.
It was 3 cups of
milk, cheese,
and 2
bread.
cups of cheese.
Ugh, man. And but now I'm fine. I didn't shit my pants. So y'all fucking weirdos on the internet who think that that's cool, can fuck off. And leave me at peace because I did not shit my pants.
You did not shit your pants.
I did not shit my pants.
I can vouch for that.
Did it, and I did a good job because while I was taking a shit, you know what the first thing I did? Before even pulling my pants down?
What?
Turn on the fan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You know that. I actually kept I kept it so hard that I actually managed to turn on the fan before disaster struck.
Because not everybody does that.
That's true, and I don't know why. People are fucking weird, and then we enter, and then people ask themselves, "Why do people think I'm gross?" Like, no shit.
No, like,
dude, the smell has a big factor in you. You know, I'm not talking about perfume. I'm talking about like you take, let's say you're fucking stinky as hell, all right, and you know that you're stinky. Like even you say, "Yeah, I stink like shit," and then you go in a bathroom and come out stinky after. Or leave a trace of you behind that is just foul fucking smell. And then you want to ask, like, why do people think I'm fucking, like, gross and shit? I'm like, I wonder. And, you know, I don't want to be one of these people. So what do? I turn on the fan.
True.
That's what a fan is, right? It's there for that, literally, bro. It's people think it's only there for shower. Yeah, but it's not just for shower.
Yeah.
Like fucking shit molecules
barely
in the air.
Fucking works for the shower. Sorry.
Well,
for our shower.
Oh yeah, there's no like it doesn't. Well, it's a small bathroom too, so humidification always happens.
But like also the water tank is in the bathroom.
Yeah, but anyway,
so it doesn't help.
Yeah,
like it just heat in that
at
bathroom.
the end of the day, like it covers the smell, and I'd rather have smell covered more than
the steam.
Like, steam. Because I do not want to be smelling shits, and I don't want to be smelling your shits at all. But I did the right thing, and when you came to take a piss after, it was all good.
All good.
It was perfect.
But I'm telling you, we have to put the toilet seat down because the cats, we can't let them drink that fucking toilet water. Because then they get diarrhea too.
Now people are gonna think we're horrible cat owners.
No, it's just, it's my first, it's Gugu. She taught them.
You want to tell people who's Gugu? Because they probably don't know.
My first cat that I had to put down because she was dying.
Sad.
And I didn't like seeing her in pain. She was
the master. She taught all the cats everything. Well,
she was a grumpy cat. She was just a grumpy cat.
Yeah, but she taught everything.
No, they just copied her.
That's what I mean. She taught it to all the cats, the bad and the good.
Yeah.
Good for self-defense. I mean, baby knows how to slap.
Yeah, but like not too harsh.
Yeah, but she still knows what to do. Yeah. Because she would get into fights with Gugu.
Yeah.
And the bad is that she drinks from the toilet.
Like, bro, stop.
Honestly, I think the easy fix for this is not even like...
We just need to put the toilet seat down.
No, I think we just need to get like a fresh fountain. Something
it keeps it cool.
It
just needs to be cool
and running. Like if it's fresh, it gets filtered all the time and stuff. Like just a tiny thing. It's just gonna be way healthier for them and
But I swear, if we could get one and they still go for toilet water, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be so pissed.
So pissed.
Well, you know what? Speaking of like cat behaviors, Marlo, my cat, actually grew up very well. Like he went from taking shits on our floor to
but
in the span of like 2 days.
No, but like that's
actually
just
using
him.
It later.
That's just him getting used to a new environment, babe.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
2 days, that's not bad.
Does that have to do with like are cats territorial?
Yes,
or no?
That's why we have to start with 2 litters. Like right now, one would be okay, but like it'd be too messy.
Really?
Yeah. It'd get full in 2 days.
Well, yeah, I guess I know what you mean. But we have two. We still have 2 litters, but I think we only need to. They only use 1 now.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen Marlo go in baby's litter a bunch of times, which I'd rather have that than 2
Yeah, I like the
litters.
closed one.
Less cleanup.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a litter that's enclosed, so the smell is less hard.
No, mainly because baby likes to fucking throw it
Yeah,
everywhere.
she's like a fucking Tarzan and that.
I don't know what, she has a party in the litter.
I guess it has to do with the rocks, the sand.
Yeah.
They just like to fucking, like dogs like to dig for no reason, you know?
She just likes throwing it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. She used to play with the litter, like as soon as we would do the litter, like, and it was fresh, when she was young, she would play with it.
Well, yeah.
Immediately.
Because it's like it's like Marlo with the toy that my mom bought for baby, actually, and baby never used it, and Marlo was like, "Oh my god, this is a cool thing." It's like me when I got the Switch 2. I was like, "Holy shit," you know?
Mm-hmm.
We're still kids. I'm never gonna grow up.
Never. Should not.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be an adult. No fucking way. I'll grow up, but I'll mature, grow up, but I'm never. I don't like to be an adult. I'm me, you know. Fuck the haters.
I like that.
But yeah, I almost shit my pants, and well, narrowly avoided disaster.
It happens.
I don't think I've ever actually like full blown shat myself.
Me neither.
Maybe, but okay. If we're like excluding diaper, because that makes sense.
Okay, but obviously, like, but babies,
like me, conscious human being, like I know who I am, and I know that I'm like I'm a, like maybe like, past toddler, you know. I don't think I've ever shat my pants.
Me neither.
I've pissed my pants before. Okay, no, actually that's a lie. I have like shat my pants, not my pants, my underwear, but not like full blown like, oh my god, like this was a complete disaster, like you like bring an ambulance type shit. Like okay, because when I was in elementary school or I think high school, you know, it happened that like I think I had like I accidentally shit a bit on myself.
You shart.
Yeah, I sharted.
Yeah, I've never.
I sharted, and then what I do is I just throw out the underwear and I just put my pants. So I don't have underwear, but like I just have pants. So if I have a boner in class, people could see it, which thankfully never happened. But luckily every time that I recall having shat my pants, which is actually like I think only 2, it was always during like the end of the day. Probably because I think it has to do with like cafeteria food that sometimes I just don't agree with it, and you know later in the day I'm like, yeah, fuck. Like in third period, I'm like, holy shit, I'm like, I can't, and like
yeah, that's why I used to go out for lunch in high school. Fuck that, no cafeteria food.
You know,
it was okay. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Did they let you out and like
Sec 1 and 2? No.
See, that's the thing. My high school from Sec 1 to Sec 5, which, by the way, for international or American listeners, that would be from grade 7th to 11th, because we do not have a 12th grade here in Quebec. We stop at 11th. But for us, it's secondary school, so Sec 1, Sec 2, Sec 3, Sec 4, Sec 5. Anyways, from Sec 1 to Sec 5, you, and like in breaks or... breaks, right? In between each period and including the lunch, you could freely leave the school if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could just go like we had a market actually.
Shortcuts. There was a shortcut to one of my class from outside. Like you just instead of like taking the stairs and then going over like
no. But what I mean by that, like, did your school have a you had to enter like there was like a fence, like an actual like prison?
Yeah.
All around school. Really? We didn't have that.
Well, like, because there was also a forest behind our school.
Okay, we had that too, but that's for a forest. I'm talking next to the road. Like, you're like the cars entering, like the parking would be inside a fenced enclosure.
No, only one side, because it was next to Justice Hall. Or it's like some fucking, I don't know what it was. It the Justice Hall? What is it? Let me just see. What is it next
Don't leak your high school name. I've been doxed enough in my time. I don't want to.
I'm not. Well, like, I don't really give a shit. My high school's... Who gives a fuck? Who's gonna search it up? I'm not gonna say it out loud.
I've seen your high school on Google Maps.
It's so weird.
It is weird. It's a weird ass building. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like an H.
Show me.
I don't know. Let's see.
Where would be the fence? Oh. Okay, no. So,
Or is that the?
okay, no, let me tell you something. Because what I was talking about, I went through a lot of different schools in my life. I actually swapped. I've swapped. Well, I'm thinking right now. I'm studying because I'm thinking. I
'Cause, like,
apologize.
This is the school. The school's here.
Okay.
That's the football field. Another parking thing.
People
like,
have no idea what we're talking about, but it's fine.
Yeah, I know, but like
I
who
know.
gives a
Anyways,
shit?
I understand.
And then all this is forest, like the whole
Okay.
back here, and this is a park.
And then they put a fence in front of the forest. But
No, there's no fence around the forest.
oh, okay.
There's
Wow.
a fence
Wow.
around here, around the football field. But like, there's no, there's like, there's an entrance to the forest from the parking lot and the back of the school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I went through a lot of different high school, and the first high school that I went to was actually a private school. It was a union school, or I don't know, a connected school. I don't know what you call it, but they had elementary and high school.
Oh, okay.
It was in under one. It was different sections, but it was the same school.
It was like an academy type
Pretty
of
much,
shit.
yeah. It was an academy, right? And long story short, I fucking hated that school. It was horrible. But to get into the fucking parking lot, the like the outside courtyard for the students was locked. And that was the only place you could go during lunch or break. Was under the basically you couldn't leave the property. When you were at school, you could not leave the property.
Okay, yeah, in Sec 1 and 2, but that's because the mall was so close. I think that they were just afraid we would just ditch school after.
See, that's the thing. But the next high school I went to in Sec 3, 4, 5, there was no close. There was no fencing. You could leave all you want. At Sec 1, you could go into school and then literally go to fucking IGA or fucking A&W if you want to get food.
I wish we could do that. There was a McDonald's so close.
We had a McDonald's, so we had an A&W.
And a
Actually, no, we
Tim's
didn't
and
have.
a
We had better
Walmart.
than McDonald's. We had a Wendy's. You know the
We
Wendy's.
had everything. We had a fucking mall.
The Wendy's in the West Island. That's the only Wendy's there is in the West Island, and it was next to our school, and that's pretty awesome. And it's still there to this day. Haven't fucking closed door yet, which I hope stays like that forever. Because I fucking love Wendy's, and that's pretty much the only time I usually ate Wendy's was when I was at school.
No, we had like this great, I don't know what it was like pita with cheese in like the stone oven, and they were like $3.75, and it was like a 5-minute walk from school, and that's all I would eat for lunch.
Really?
And it was like this big.
I will
like
say
8
though.
inches.
I will say
It was fair priced. Like,
oh wait, how much was it?
$3.75.
That's not bad. In
That's
today's economy, that's really good.
But wait, like, mind you, this was 2019.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Can you believe that's fucking 6 years ago now?
Oh.
Yeah.
2019, 2020, I think. Something like that. 2018 too.
Man, good times.
Damn.
Back when COVID-19 was just like rumors and people saying, yo, y'all heard about this thing about that came out of the China or whatever?
Oh yeah, I remember.
And then
crossing
like
the border.
under a week, and it was under.
Crossing the
It went
border,
from like
it was
from like a
crazy.
rumor of like a meme on the internet to like, yeah, so this is actually a real thing, and schools closed down.
I think I low-key got it in J-Peak.
Where in Vermont?
Yeah.
Like JP. Oh, you went to JP.
Yeah.
Oh,
around
sick.
that time, and I was like,
Oh, you caught COVID or
I think I got it there. Yeah.
what?
Because
2020 or 2019? 2020, right?
2020. Yeah.
Yeah, 2020. Okay, dude. Damn. How the fuck did you get back in the country?
It was like a 2-day thing.
What do you mean?
It
You
was
were
like
sick for 2 days?
January. No, I did. Like, I got it there, and like 2 weeks later, like a week, 2 weeks later.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but I
But
don't
no,
know.
I wasn't the first one to get sick. My mom got sick. I know Corey got sick, and then
Oh,
my
so
mom
it didn't
got sick
come from
from
someone at
someone.
JPEG. It came from your
His
family, then.
family.
So okay, that makes sense then. Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
people that went on the trip got sick immediately.
Like wait, how many?
We were 3.
Okay, because
I'm pretty sure
It'd be funny
if
if
I'm
like
remembering right, I think the timeline's right.
Can you imagine like a whole?
I think it was the COVID.
Can you imagine a whole fucking like school trip? Like everybody's
No,
healthy
it was
going
a
there, and then
family
when they come
trip.
back, like there's a whole thing. Like yeah, like 30 students went into a school trip and 20 of them came back sick.
No, it was a family trip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My aunt taught me how to ski. I did not like it, but like she loves it, so I
To
tried
be fair,
it for her.
you went to one of my favorite mountains ever.
It was gorgeous. That's what I
J-Peak
mean.
is
The
off.
view was amazing. I loved
You know
the
what I
view.
liked most about JPEG? The built-in water park.
Really?
Yeah.
low-key, same. Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah,
do you
same.
know those water slides that are like the capsules and they actually flip you?
flip.
I did that once in my lifetime, and I did that there. I actually had the balls. Me and my brother, me and my
Calypso.
brother, we looked at each other and we were like, you know what? The line's short. It doesn't look like a massive like loop. It's a loop still, but it's not that huge.
Big. Yeah.
And we decided to say, fuck it, let's do it. And we both climbed up the stairs. And dude, water parks or roller coasters, roller coasters.
They're sketchy.
I fucking hate roller coasters. I hate going to a fucking like roller coaster park or whatever. I hate that. Six Flags, I fucking hate that. Water park though, I'm all in. Literally. I'm not even joking, but anyways, I went to
the opposite.
I went to J Peak, and me and my brother, we looked at each other and we were like, let's fucking do it. So we climbed up the stairs. Very clean, by the way, very clean water park.
It really is.
It was actually really nice.
I was surprised by the lazy river.
The lazy river was actually kind of
really
clean, which I fucking
like,
hate. That's like if you want to catch like a random like African disease or whatever. I was gonna say Chinese, but I didn't want to say COVID-19
come on.
again. Yeah, but it was really nice, and we climbed up the stairs, and the more you climb up, the more your body's telling like, hey, wait,
this is
I don't
kind of
know,
high.
help. And then you start freaking out. But the minute you're in that capsule and they lock you in, you're like, fuck off.
You're stuck.
You're stuck.
There's no going back.
No going back.
It
now.
like hits you. You're like, shit.
Yeah, and I did it, and it actually wasn't that bad. Did you actually do one ever? It's fun, right? And you want to know something?
I hate water parks.
And you want to know something?
Hate water parks.
My brother got stuck. He didn't do the full loop because he wasn't actually. That was before he actually got bulk, and he was like a twink. He actually went all the way up
and then back down.
And then back down. Which honestly, that would be more terrifying.
That's scarier.
That's scarier. If you do the full loop, honestly, when you're inside, all it feels like is just you going up. It feels like you're always just going up because the pressure and like the G-force or whatever, it's like it forces your body to stick to the back of the water slide, right? So from your point of view, it's just like you're always like going up, but then you realize like, oh wait, the gravity like is stopped, and that's where you
get up.
You get out of the ride and whatever. But I understand what you mean. Why I understand your hate for water parks, and I completely vouch for it.
I'm so fucking terrified.
It's gross. It's horrible. I honestly, it's just like because I like water. I like to go in oceans and pools and shit. And I know it's weird, but I'm a very like clean person. Like
no, but
like I don't know who invented that, but you know those fucking like foot baths. Like you go into a public pool and they say, "Oh, go into the
wash
foot
your
bath."
feet
I hate
wash
that.
your feet.
It's fucking gross. Fuck off! I'm not putting my feet in that.
No,
Fuck off.
our public
pool
had
chills right now
foot wash. Like it was a shower, but for your feet.
Shower's fine because you get the whole body.
It was like you tap it with your foot, and then it's like it rinses your foot.
Oh no, I'm talking
water.
about a puddle, like an actual full puddle. That's gross. I saw that once in California. I don't know how the fuck that's still legal. Dude, imagine like worms. Like parasites and shit. Ugh.
Fungus.
Yeah, like that would all be in there. Fuck. Ugh, I can't. That's gross. I don't want to talk about it. It's disgusting. Oh my god. But yeah, J Peak was fun. I
It
went skiing
was.
there. It's a really nice mountain.
We had a little condo.
Oh, really?
Like,
We actually had the hotel there. That was
well,
really
it was a
nice.
hotel. It was like the J Peak, but like they had their condos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the rentals, right? They're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Up the mountain or at the bottom?
Like it was just like a little road down the mountain
But was
from
it a
the
ski in,
hotel.
ski out?
What?
Was it ski in, ski out? You don't know what that means.
No.
So on mountains usually, because I used to go skiing a lot. Well, snowboarding actually, my bad. But on some
Same difference. Who gives a fuck?
resorts, because they're technically resorts, right?
Yeah.
On some like rides or whatever, they actually have houses on the mountain to get the view, right?
Yeah, no.
And
I just hiked around.
some tracks, ski tracks, actually you can you can go up the mountain like through the chairlifts and everything, and then ski in and then just go back to your place.
No, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't.
No, we had to go up to the resort. Like there was shuttles, but you didn't have to take the shuttle if you wanted to. You could take your car and park there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, there was either the shuttle or you could take your car and go.
Okay.
So we took my aunt's car. We went, parked at the resort, and then just went in. We had like bracelets and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember there. I had bracelets too. Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember. But yeah. Back to COVID because that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Dude, that was, honestly, like, I hated COVID because I had it and it fucking sucked. But, bro, I low-key hated Sec 4. And
Oh my god, same.
thank God for COVID and lockdown for making me skip that year because holy shit,
That was
I
the
was not
worst
good.
year for me.
Like academically wise, I was horrible. My grades were like, I was passing. I passed everything. But I was just like, yeah, bro, I don't know about that. To be fair, the requirements that I needed for the program that I wanted to get in, which was animation, I had those. I was fine. But that was it. I couldn't go anywhere else. And because of COVID, our last semester got cut short. Actually, it did not happen.
We didn't do exams.
We all the like ministry exams. The ministry exams. What in
It wasn't
Sec
a
4
thing for
in Sec
us.
4 you have in Quebec, I think you have a French ministry exam. Do you have a math one?
I think so.
Is math in Sec 4
Yeah,
or
math.
not?
You have to pass math.
No,
Sec
I know
4.
you. No, but you all get exam in every class, but history was one that was actually by the government, not by the school, the government.
The government, yeah.
Which means that every single school in our province had the same exact exam. History was the one. French was one, but I don't know about math.
No, not math.
I don't think I had a math exam. I actually had two, but I don't think that was by the government.
I don't remember doing the math
There's a math
exams.
exam from a ministry exam for math in 6th grade though, in elementary school. That I remember.
You know what? School, I don't remember any of my school days.
I consider
Horrible. I don't
myself
remember
super lucky. You know why? Because, fun fact, COVID was not the first time where something happened that that completely canceled a government like organized exam. It was actually the third time. So for 3 ministry exam, I just didn't do.
Really?
That are mandatory. But for some circumstances, they actually didn't. They just said no. We're not gonna do it this year anymore. And you wanna know what happened the first time? So it was in 6th grade. And I was at that high school with elementary school, blah blah, whatever. And basically, it was a math exam, and turns out everybody failed.
Oh.
Literally, there was 3 groups, 3 classes, and all of them failed. The only people who passed were 2 people. And you know why?
They cheated?
No.
Why?
They had Kumon.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah, I know.
So, for those who don't know, come on, spelled
Kumon. It's
Yeah,
Kumon.
Kumon or Kumon or whatever. KUMON is basically a private tutoring
After
agency
hours.
after hours that offers help with math and English. And according to the people that actually passed, when you actually get tutoring from there, you not only get help for your current grade, but the
But the
next
next
one as
grade.
well. So we were learning 6th grade math in school, but they were learning high school math. And that's the only reason how they passed, is because they were one step ahead of us. So literally what the government, all the teachers from the cohort or whatever, I don't know, like they did a big ass meeting with all the teachers or the headmasters of all the schools in Quebec or whatever, and they said, you know what? Literally all of the students that we taught like math this year failed, so let's just cancel it. And that was one of those. And apparently I thought I don't know, I never saw my grade on paper, but I heard the teacher say it because I asked her, and she said, oh yeah, you got a 33.
That's
Which,
not bad.
no, that is a critical failure. Keep in mind, I was going to private school. 33 on a private school is fucking horrible. Okay?
No, that's not what I mean. For something you're not learning.
No.
Really?
Dude, no, I was horrible at math in elementary school. I cried in class. And I had to leave.
I had a kid in elementary school. He cried because he got an 82.
Okay, well, fuck these guys.
Yeah, I know. That's what I grew up
like,
with.
bruh,
I wanted
what
to
the hell?
overperformers.
Yeah,
It
but
keeps on.
anyways, that was the first time. The second time was actually because I had a medical leave for mental health reasons for a whole
Valid.
month. I just was not in high school. My doctor said, "You know what? You are not going to fucking school at all. You're going to stay home and just chill the fuck out." And during that month was when they were doing like the exams and stuff. And they didn't even, I didn't even know that until like 3 months after, because they didn't want me to, have a panic attack. That was when I really like started to have panic attacks and stuff. It was really getting bad. Especially for like a kid in high school and shit. And the third time was COVID. But when you think about it, three steps in your high school / elementary life where you need to be graded for your future, because these grades stick with you forever. And this is what I wouldn't say future employers, but when you're in high school, like colleges and university, that's what they're gonna look at. They're gonna look at, okay, well, what were your grades? But for me, there is no grades. It's just NA or
Yeah,
NE,
facts.
not evaluated. Which honestly, fuck yes, because that's like the ultimate excuse. Like, you know what? I didn't even do that test. So they were like, so that's on them. It's like, okay, you figure the fuck out. Figure it out, fucking find out if I'm suitable for your program or not. Because
That's why
that's
they
not
ask
my
you.
problem.
That's why sometimes they ask you. Oh shit. That's why. That's shh. Oh my god, she's
She keep
distracting me.
going.
That's why sometimes they ask you to write a letter why you think you're fit for this program, or
You know
ask
what?
for an interview.
Nope, they didn't even do that. That's only for private schools.
What? No.
No, you.
Vanya, I had to write a letter. I'm pretty sure a little
Vanya's-
short paragraph.
Vanya's
That's it.
in English.
Yeah.
If you are under a French, because we're in Quebec, if you want if you're going to a French public college, you don't have to do any exams or whatever. No matter what the program could be, a doctor's pre-university
No, but
program or a fucking
it's a test.
No, not even test. Actually, I had to do a test, but that was unrelated
It's like
to
an
high school.
assessment.
It was no. I had to do a test, but it was unrelated to high school. It was a drawing test because I was going in animations. They need
Yeah,
to
it's like a portfolio.
No, not even. I didn't have to bring a portfolio. You
No,
show
I
up and
know,
then
I
basically
know,
they
I'm
say,
saying
"Here,
it's
draw
a-
this," and then you have to get
It's like-
selected.
It's like not a portfolio, but it's like an interview a bit.
Yeah, I know what you're
That's what
talking
I'm
about.
saying.
I know, but we never had that. I never had that.
No?
No, never.
But you
I-
just said you had to draw on paper.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't a one-on-one. It was with a bunch of people. It was like
Okay.
50 people in the same class.
That's
And,
kind of
Dude,
like
it was actually so fucking weird. I felt so out of place. I was wearing tech wear, like I still do, but I was wearing like a tech wear shirt and shit. I showed up there and I was just like, okay, and then I saw like a bunch of like, well, we were all weirdos, but like among us weirdos, there's
Those
weirdos.
weirdos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of weirdos, and luckily I passed, and I think that is due because the program that I went to for animation actually were offering a preparation program that you could do while you would still be in high school. Of it's like a drawing class, but the drawing class was specifically made for you to prepare you for the exam. So when you would show up there, you would not be surprised by what would be on like the criteria. So like let's say like they gave you a perspective drawing. They just wanted you to know if you know basic perspective. That was in the drawing class. And I did those class, which was really fun. But the teacher was really weird. And also I think one of the students there had herpes, so yeah, she kept scratching her vagina and it was really uncomfortable. She sat next to me, bro. She stank and she
Oh
kept
yeah.
she was scratching her crotch like nonstop, and it was smelling really bad. I didn't say I smelled her crotch, but like for me just standing next to her, I could smell it. It was horrible. And she was like a boomer, bro. She was like, "So, what is it with these drawing tablets? Like, can I still do my job without like a computer?" Like, no, fuck, no shit, you can't. Like, what do you? We're in animation. Look at Do you look at TV? Like, what? We're not in the fucking
No,
90s
yeah.
anymore. Like, no shit, you're gonna use a drawing tablet. In fact, the program right now, I think, is slowly removing paper, which I'm gonna say right here and right now, hot take. Thank fucking Christ we remove paper. I will not hear this.
That's not a hot take. I think that's a
No, no,
good
no, no, no. But hear me out. I'm not done
for more.
because I still believe that if you wanted to get into drawing, you need to know how a pen and a
Yeah,
pencil
no,
and
no,
paper
no.
feel. Like you need to get that feel and learn how to use a pencil and
But
shit.
like
But
school wise, you should remove paper
no,
from
not even
assignments,
school
I
way.
find.
Not
No, no,
even.
no, no. I'm just saying as
Yeah, in
well. Like
general.
that
Yeah, I know.
it could
But
cut down on so much
no, no.
waste.
But what I'm.
That's what
Yeah, but
I'm
that was the
saying.
issue, bro. In animation, we were learning how to animate on paper. I was just like, bro, screw this. This is fucking useless. We're gonna learn how to do the same shit from scratch on our computer, anyways. Literally. The only thing that you would carry over from animation, you're probably not even gonna know what I'm talking about, but for people in animation who do animation, you're probably gonna know what I'm talking about. The only thing that you actually carry over in terms of knowledge and muscle memory and practice from paper to digital is charts, animation charts, which that is key. You need animation charts for a good animation. I will never doubt you for that, and that is the industry standard on how to properly do animation. But I'm sorry, buying a bunch of fucking papers that are made for animations, the papers with the little
Yeah.
holes, that is fucking $50 for a pack of like I think 30 pieces of papers, and you only needed that pack of paper for the first semester. And a semester in college is what 5 months? Not even like 4 months. That's it. So that's and the next semester you don't need it. And to this day, that drawer right there or that box full of papers I didn't even fucking want to keep. It's fucking all burn paper. I don't care. There are a bunch of my old drawings. I look at it. It's like, my teachers are like, oh, like you laugh at it, but later on you're gonna look at this and be like, this is valuable art. No, I don't give a fuck. It's a piece of paper. I'll tear it up. No one gives a shit about my art. No one gives a shit about the shit I
Uh
drew in high school. I'm sorry. Even if I would be like Kurt Cobain and be like a legend or whatever, no one would give a fuck about my drawings in high school. They would give a fuck about like the art I made. Sure, like the stuff I
oh,
drew on
you're
paper.
you're
But
saying
like I'm talking about like frame 21 of a walking cycle of a character I drew. No, I don't give a fuck about that. No one cares. I hate it anyways. It sucks.
it was forced art anyways.
It was forced art, and that's why I left the program. And
yeah.
I have my beef and a lot of issues with 2D animation in general not 2D animation, but the 2D animation program at the high school, the college I went to, sorry. And I have a lot of my gripes with it. I hated that. Most of my memories there were awful, and it was so bad. Like you have no idea. I got into like a lot of trouble with teachers. I I was a very impulsive kid, and coming from high school, when you probably don't know this, but well, actually, maybe with Corey, but coming from an environment where you actually have like support in school, like counselors, like
Yeah,
you know,
no.
like measures that help you from exam, to an environment where everybody's equal, no matter what your disabilities are,
Yeah, no
fucks you
matter
up
what.
real fast. And that was one of the big
I
factors
know.
why I left. And but now I'm happier. I switched. I went from video and animation to sound, which, I'm gonna be honest, sound is way more fun. It's so much more because it follows technology. It follows the newest thing. Animation is trying to keep this fucking
Old soul.
bullshit like vibe of like, let's keep it old school. Motherfucker, even like the new X-Men show had a vintage style that they fucking nailed, and they did all that shit on computers.
Yeah.
Cuphead was animated on paper, and it was an amazing result. But guess what? The cartoon wasn't fucking made on paper. The Netflix show was made on fucking a PC. And that's another thing I hated about the program is the teachers had a gripe with 3D animation because apparently it was taking their jobs or whatever. And I was just like, are you retarded? Are you fucking stupid? What is this beef? We're both animators. We love creating characters and making them move and put them in stories or whatever. Why are we fucking shitting on ourselves when we all the different, like, the only difference is our medium. You draw on fucking a 2D plane, and you use models in 3D modeling. It's the same shit anyways. It's just different formats.
You're just making shapes at the end of the day.
One of my teachers, bro, fuck that guy. Like, I don't want to say his name, but like, dude, he had a huge ego, like really bad ego, and
I had one too.
dude, it
at
was so
Vanier.
bad, bro.
Oh my
Like,
god.
one of like the students made his final movie, like the movie that you make at the end of your program to graduate stuff, about like the whole movie was about like the class going super. It was like I don't know how to, like, a very grim like satire of what the program was about, and it was like showing how the students were like, it was like a hell. Like he made it look like it was
Overwork type of
like
thing.
yeah, like Chinese, like overworked children, like slaves almost or whatever, right? And he made, like, as a joke, the teacher laughed like, ha 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 ha, I will make you work extra homework, blah 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 blah. And I was just like, you know what? Actually, that's fucking accurate. You're a piece of shit for doing that. You're actually a piece of shit, because I would come up with homework saying like, hey, listen, I tried and I'm not good at this. I can't do storyboards on paper because it's not what I'm used to, and I'm never going to get used to it. And he would be like, okay, well, I don't care. And bro, you know what was the cherry on top?
What?
I wasn't even talking in class. I hate when teachers try to be your fucking mom and dad. Especially when you're in college. I am an adult. I said earlier I don't like to be an adult, but technically this is what I am. I hate when you start discipline me and telling me shit on how to do stuff. Fuck off. I'm here to learn. You're here to teach me information. That's what I'm paying you to do. You know? I don't pay you to come up in my face and tell me, hey, stop talking to your neighbor, blah, 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 blah. Bro, that same teacher that I was talking about, that bald motherfucker that I won't say his name, bro, I wasn't even talking in class. And you know what he did? He did some elementary school shit, and he came and took my phone. You know what I did? I stood up and took it back. I said, I don't give a fuck. And he came up to me and said, next time, come talk to me before. And I was like, okay. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no.
I don't give a fuck.
What?
You don't fucking take my phone from me when I'm an adult. Maybe when I'm a fucking kid and I'm like crying and I'm like I want my iPad back. Yeah, sure. It's like you're a toddler. You need to learn. But now you're a fucking adult, you know? You know what I'm saying? I had to go through that shit for fucking like 3 years. Had no friends too. Everybody fucking hated me. Everybody thought I was fucking weird. From the first semester, everybody thought I was a fucking like weirdo. From weirdos. It was fucking horrible. It sucked, man.
Just not the program. I get that.
What about your teacher?
Oh my god. He made us cuz it was Drawing Studio 1.
And it's an art teacher as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow, damn.
At Vanier. And like my brother convinced me to take his class cuz he's like, yeah, he's like a realism he draws realism, and like that's what he's gonna push you to do,
and shit.
portraits and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, yeah, great. And so I took his class, and our first assignment was to draw our hand, like just the palm of our hand, all our fingers close together.
I did
like
that too. Yep.
Yeah, and like you had to measure your angles and everything.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, that's normal.
Normal. This motherfucker tells me, yeah, your hand is a little wonky. Show me. And I'm like,
what?
Yeah, he's like,
okay. Out of pocket comment.
Yeah, he's like, your hand is a little wonky here. At first, his first comment when we started this assignment, make it as realistic to your actual hand. Like, make it as accurate as you can. So he looks at my thing. He's like, yeah, your pinky's a little wonky. Look at my pinky. Look at my pinky.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's natural. I just have like a little bump there. And he's like, yeah, but even if it's on your hand, just like fix it on the paper too. I'm like, oh, but you contradicted.
What?
You're contradicting.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh, but sir, that's kind of confusing. You told us to make it as accurate to our actual hand. He's like, yeah, but it looks like kind of not nice on paper.
Fuck?
And I was like, I just blankly stared at him. I was like, okay. I was like, whatever.
I had a dope art teacher in high school though. I remember her.
That was for the rough draft.
Dude, I was lucky enough.
It was crazy.
You know what? Actually, teachers should learn from this. When you are a good teacher and care about you students, you follow them through their high school career. When you stick with you find a class that you actually found like you find admiring and full of talent, you stick with them. And that's exactly what my art teacher did. I had the same art teacher from Sec 1 to Sec 5. The same art teacher. And we had three different art teachers. I had the same one. And I promise you that she was the nicest lady I've like ever talked to. She was so nice. The nicest teacher ever.
I had a teacher like that too.
The nicest like lady ever. I God bless her heart. She's amazing. And
there's some teachers like that too.
I respect her for not cringing at me while I was drawing Splatoon drawings and showing that to her and be like, look what I did. And she was like, oh, that's actually really cool. Like I'm proud of you. Like you should try like doing different stuff, but it's a good drawing. And I was just like very happy. And the other art teacher I had was a fucking geek, bro. Dude, I bet you've never seen this. Okay, dude. I'm gonna go on like a tangent for like art teaching or whatever, but my art teacher for Sec 5, because I know I said I had the same teacher for Sec 1 to 5, but in the middle of after COVID, things swapped and we actually had a different teacher after. But basically, my math teacher, who was also fucking awesome, and was best friends with the art teacher at the school, bro. Out of nowhere, we're doing a math class. A drone pulls up in the hallway, flying, entering our class. An actual drone flying, like. And then our teacher grabs the drone. He's like, this motherfucker goes into the hallway, yells the teacher's name, and he's like, yo, bro, what the fuck? And they start to get into like a friendly argument. It was so funny. But the art teacher who had the drone, I remember I talked to him about owning a VR headset, and he was like, "You, that's fucking awesome." And I brought my VR headset to show him, and he in class had the VR headset, and he was like, "Yeah, let me show me this." And he was like, "Holy shit, this is awesome." He was so fucking cool. And also, that math teacher, you know why he was awesome?
Why?
Because he was making music.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what he would do? Bro, he would teach us the lesson, and like he'd be like, all right, if you guys have any question, come talk to me. Pulls out his fucking MIDI keyboard, his DJ controller, headphones, and starts making beats like boom, 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 boom. At one point, he was doing like after school like beat making classes. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
That was fucking awesome. I was like, holy shit. I never did take that class because I was a drummer, and back then I was really focused on animation, which, wow, look at that.
Like a whole.
I'm back to sound now, whatever. But yeah, he was really a chill fucking guy. One of my favorite teachers. Sec 5 was when I had the best teachers in my opinion. Besides one, that bitch that taught us fucking not economy class,
finance.
No, well, it's like world culture or whatever. like
Oh.
environmental problems and shit. Which the content of the class was interesting, but it's just
It's
like
a contemporary
she was
world.
a fucking bitch, bro. Like, ugh, ew.
Yeah, no. I had a teacher similar for a similar class. Yeah, bitch.
It's horrible.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want you standing so close to me without a mask on. But she didn't like. She don't want us.
Okay, well that just makes during COVID, yeah.
No. Like, not without a mask on. Like with a mask on,
Yeah.
both of us. She didn't want us close to her.
Okay, well, I mean, I know that's kind of annoying, but I respect.
But she asked us to bring her papers towards her. Like the assignment, she wouldn't. She didn't want to come close to us.
Okay, I don't know.
So then at the end of the year, some kids like smoke bombed her classroom.
Dead ass?
Yeah, dead ass.
Why? Just because of that?
Because it was a senior prank, so they smoke bombed the whole.
It was a senior prank?
Yeah.
Is that the wildest prank that you've had at your school?
Hmm?
What was the wildest shit that happened at your school? Number one.
Oh my god, there's so much. I don't know.
I want to see what the wildest thing, and I'm gonna tell you.
I can't think of any really.
No, you have one for sure. We both went to public schools, and public schools is known for having horrendous fucking stories about like kids being assholes.
No, there's too many.
But what is the one that actually got the whole school like talking about it? Like for like a lot of time.
I can't think of any.
You're lying.
I really can't. Like no, I think of so many, but they're not like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you want to hear mine then?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Someone blew up a propane tank in the forest. I'm talking a full-blown barbecue propane tank.
That's
full size.
Funny.
Blew up.
That's
But you know what
funny.
propane does? It blows up 10 times the volume of what it is contained in. It almost killed the kids.
Yeah.
It was fucking
That's
horrible.
fucking stupid though.
We also had the bomb threat. I'm sure you also
Yeah,
had
always.
one. Yeah, bomb threat that locked the school for 3 days. You know? Our school is so wild that we had an official sign for the cops to tell them this is where you park. That's how you know, like, yeah, this school is fucked.
Yeah, well, for us, the cops just always knew where they should hang out. Like,
no, but
lunch.
we had official certification. Like, hey, this is where you go. Like, a lane just for them, a parking space reserved for them.
They didn't really
for ambulances as well.
Okay, yeah. Us, we didn't really need that because everything was so close by. Fire trucks, same road, on the same street. Police station, 2 minutes down.
Police stations was like a minute.
Yeah.
Walk distance almost.
Yeah, exactly. Like they didn't. And there was always cops around that area anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was fucked. Well, it's been over an hour now.
It really.
Yep.
Oh my god.
See, it says 2:08 now.
It really. Oh my god. It's. Damn.
Do you have anything to say before I end the podcast? Before we end it?
I still want that slice of key lime pie.
Okay, I'm gonna go get it for you.
Thank you.